I would like to wager all my chips, please. Okay, good. Feeling confident. Winning the flip. No. Shouldn't be confident, should I? What terrible confidence. What was the point of that? Well, we're going to wager all our chips again. Now I'm feeling confident. Red John says, hi Tom, good luck. I start a session and you went live. What to do now? Time to multi-table, Twitch and one table. One table and one table. Living the dream. Living the dream. Thanks very much. Hope you're doing well. We got a nifty way to sort of group those together. I don't really know if we do. I don't know. King 10, 6.5. I would think we call. Close though. You could definitely argue for 5. Red John says, okay, deal. One table, one table. Let's do it, Red John. Good luck. Your goal is to try and lose less money than me, okay? That's the goal. We've also already... You're probably winning so far in terms of the plus and minuses. Okay, we have a... Let's try and keep it poker related. So we have a raise and a call and a check and a check. Interesting check on this board. I don't think theoretically you'd see any checks given this a lot of 9x on the button's range. So I think this would likely be just a range bet from the button. So the check typically is going to be quite polar, you'd expect from opponents, where it could just be air hands or it could be whatever. It is interesting to see a check there. I think I'd probably see a bet if I'm honest, but I might be wrong. Maybe an 8's a bit too connected, I'm not sure. Top set, pretty good start. And tell you what else is a lovely start. Rancho Hossa, amigo, bienvenido. Muchas gracias. Look at this. Mucha suerte you bring us. Thank you so much, Rancho Hossa. My best friend, Jenny, is here. 17 months spinning together. Put you on the Jack Queen. Rancho says, I play 20s and 50s, so it's hard to lose more than you. Because basically Red John's like, Tommy, don't want to be rude, but you're really bad. You've already lost 1,500, you know what I mean? You've played for literally 20 minutes or something, 10 minutes, I don't know. You're already down $1,500. You know, I'm not going to lose 75 buy-ins yet. You're winning, Red John. You're winning. But if we win this, then we're even. Then we're all to play for, okay? It's a friendly competition between us, okay? Can we make a poll? Who's going to lose or win more money, me or Red John, by the end of the session? You have to be honest, Red John, okay? If we do this. We're going to be in competition. Interesting, because like if I run good, you can't win. But if I run bad, I can't really win. So, it'll be a fun little game. And maybe you hit a big spin and they'll be like, ooh. I like it. We're in competition, okay? We're going to see how we do. Now, I need to hit a king or a 6 to help me. Good. Not hit an ace or an 8. This is good. Good. Been at Jenny's Pharmacy there. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are struggling to stay hard, you go to Jenny's Pharmacy, and I'll tell you after that, you stay very, very hard. Benjamin says this seems like such an easy spot for someone to cheat. Are you not concerned this is happening? And Galactic Tranquility can confirm there is a 90-second delay, which does mean a little challenging, right? So someone could look at the hand afterwards, but you take a little 90-second clock. I think it's about 1 in 2,000 hands or something will get to the right. So if it's a tank check call, tank check call, tank check call, there's a chance. Very unlikely though. Even then, you kind of need tanks from both sides to have it done. Especially when you're out of position. The only time when it would be like most likely would be if you're playing a blind v blind spot and a tank limp, tank check, tank check, tank check, or tank bet, tank call, or whatever, and then you might be in danger of having things. But it would mean that they have to have the Twitch up, and as much as I we'd like to think up there in the top 10% of Spin and Go Twitch streamers. I do think Millie, Winner, and 300 Chef will be having 8 tables up. May not want to have another table of someone chatting away. But maybe I'm too pessimistic. They're probably all loving it right now with the chat up, the jazz cafe music. A great time whilst grinding. Pretty easy decisions. I think it's good. Sometimes when you have bad hands, it's easy to get frustrated about them. Now, little tip for you guys: if you're getting bad hands, be thankful you got easy decisions. You can't make mistakes, really. You just get dealt 7-2 off every single hand in a game. Obviously, you can feel very frustrated. But in another way, you can be like, I played that game perfectly. Because you probably just folded all the hands, which would be correct, right? And I think that's quite a nice way to look at it. Whenever you get a shitty hand, to just be like, here's a decision, I'm not going to make a mistake. I'm going to play it perfectly. Happy days. It's a free roll. My opponents can only play it worse than me by when I fold. It's going to be great. Ooh, a 215k, hang on. How much are we playing for?
$2,500.
Very much to the truth. And what would Jack think if he saw the number?
Ooh.
Jack's words, not mine. He's excited. He's excited to see such a large number in the. For us. Can limit this sometimes. I'm just going to jam it. Legend 1048 says, I'm looking for reports for PT4 with reg lists. Reg ratio. Keep reading. Does anyone have them? Also for a fee. So, I don't know. On Party Poker you can't get that, right? So the hand histories are anonymized, which means that you can't have a separate PT4 report, which is regs and recreationals. You can find your population data from the anonymized reports, and so you can look at, for example, your 500s data, your 250s, your 100s and 50s, which gives you a good direction of which way the regs are going, because obviously the higher the stakes, the higher the reg ratios. And so if you looked at, for example, a few metrics, let's say you looked at VPIP, right, heads up small like VPIP, and you might see that recreationals are a little bit too tight of free information. And so if you played 10s, you'd probably 20s and 50s and 100s and 250s and 500s, and you had a big sample in all of them, you'd probably expect to see that VPIP just creep up closer and closer and closer to the GTO. In ultras, which GTO will be about 80 or so. And then as you go shallower, you're probably going to see it drop into sort of 80s and then into the sort of 70s, high 70s. And you play in like a pure recreational field. If you played $1 games or 25-cent games, let's pretend 25-cent games are all pure recs, you might see VPIPs like 75 or 73 or even lower, I'm not sure. But that's one way on Party Poker you get an idea for the kind of rec ratios. There's no list, I'm afraid, to offer you. The best you can kind of manage. Felipe has given me hydrate. Cheers. Salud. 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 Muchas gracias, amigo. Thank you for always taking care of me. I appreciate it, Felipe. Glad someone does. Everyone else there busy watching me on a super dry, trying to get by. Alright, cards are live, that's good enough. That's all we need in that spot. Not win the 2.5k, that's a shame. Mr. Pokerino, we're going to say Buenos Oche. Go for a min raise here. Really cool. Pretty nice flop for 8s, right? Question if I want to go bigger or smaller. I think, to be honest, bigger is going to be okay here. So, I'm going to go 35, I think. 30 to 30. I think it's a nice sizing in terms of. Now, you will have some King X. Certainly, one of the nice things about the King of Diamonds coming is that reduces the combo of the kings he can have. But you can have every king as a clubs, right? So we all bet again, looking to get value from, let's say, hand at 4-5, or 3-5, or 3-6 suited, or 4-5, or diamonds. If he shoves, it's horrible. We probably would have ended up folding. I don't know if we'd fold. I'm not sure. But I think we just want to bet there. We don't mind getting folds from let's say, a hand like Jack-6 or something that has outs. Obviously calling the ace-king, and we're happy with that. And we win. So again, add that ashes.